Greetings everyone, hello again. This is my Unit 6 project. I was thinking a lot about propaganda first and foremost, the power of art and how we can use it to address spiritual and social concerns and how it can influence the psychology of the audience. I was really influenced by Kara Pecknold's TED Talk. I really liked how she asked us to get down to the heart of the matter and start asking good questions. And I spent a lot of time thinking about the value of aesthetics and how much value we place on things based primarily on what they look like. So this is a charcoal drawing on paper. It does not have a title. I want the image to kind of relay the message itself, and its purpose is to kind of cut through any celebration or resistance of empirical forces or I'm not here for a specific campaign or cause, but yet again I am, and I hope it will all make sense as I explain it a little bit further. But we're constantly inundated and pummeled by all this information around us. There's propaganda everywhere telling us who to be, what to buy, what to eat, what's good for us, what's not. I really liked what Kara Pecknold also said, is that we are our own experts of our own experiences. So the competition of all this information coming at us out there is fierce. And what I'm asking us to do with this piece is to close our eyes for a minute and see things as they can be seen with the light of our hearts. I am literally and symbolically addressing getting down to the heart of the matter. I started to think about what are our issues out there? What's the foundational cause of our problems and angst and frustrations? And my answer to that comes down to fear. And the heart has no room for fear. So if we can remove that element, we might actually have better success at living together. And I think that begins with a journey through the heart. The heart is where we allow ourselves to be generous, we allow ourselves to love, we can be accepting. And if we can remove the fear, we might actually be able to see that there are enough resources out there for everyone to live comfortably. And if we can take the resources out of the marketplace, then we might be able to transform our spirituality into something new rather than every man kind of out for himself and these very interesting rules that we've given ourselves on how to live based upon these limited resources. So our spirituality evolved from living within nature to living within a market of limited resources, but we actually have enough, and so we have an opportunity for our spirituality to change again. And so you can see that the eye has come into play again, and for me this represents a spirituality of sorts. And this is my third piece in a row using it, and it's kind of stuck with me. It's been on my mind, and so I'm using it again. Is how do we manage our emotions that lead us to be violent and greedy? And I think this also comes down to the heart. This is also an individual. We have a single person here, and I think a lot of where our spirituality needs to be addressed is we need to address the self. Like, how do we treat ourselves? How are we seeing the world? And that might actually change on how we act in the world and how we treat others. Also, with the eyes closed, I am suggesting the idea that we remove a lot of the aesthetic value from the value that we create on things. I want to have better, more complete information based on things other than just what our eyes see, because we have grown to understand the powerful influence of the symbols that surround us, but we actually need more information than that to make good decisions. So this piece is also a product of me thinking about the aesthetics of things through colonization and appropriation, and how the Western world has colonized these areas and taken the soul out of their culture, taken the spirit, taken the heart out of it. And I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. So, in a sense, I'm resisting the usual way that we resist. We typically resist with a fight. We fight cancer, we fight evildoers, we fight the man, we fight the system. Well, I don't want to fight anymore. I want to do something different. And I don't want to fight, but I do want to resist certain aspects of our social identity. So this process came about really just trying to think about what I wanted to stand up for. I mean, with all the material, I definitely was thinking resistance, but I put up a fight with what was going on in my world with the siren piece, and it was really emotionally exhausting, and I needed to settle myself down. I needed to come to a place in my heart to approach this piece, and in doing so, I was able to know how I wanted to approach the piece altogether and to address the vision and the design. I spent a lot less time on this piece than I had all the others, but I really like it. The design is fairly simple, but I think it gets to the point. And I could see this becoming a recurring theme. It's an opportunity for me to elaborate on the story in many areas of life and living. And very much like the eye has become something that I'm starting to associate with more, this art being guided through the heart. Is probably going to be one of those as well. So it'll be fun to see how that plays out and see if it comes up in the next couple of pieces that we have left.